one underway. Here they go. They pull the trigger, and on comes Sri Lanka in the striking green strip as Hong Kong come charging out. Well, Natasha Olsen-Thorne, number one of the premier players in women's rugby or women's sevens rugby. Number 7, Poon Hoi Yan is a real exciting player to keep your eye on. And any one of these women from Sri Lanka have the ability to run round any team in the competition. They are a team of absolute flyers. The referee, Phoenix Yu from China, prepares to start this third fixture, our third game today of 16. Hong Kong look at the ready. And it is Sri Lanka that kick off down to number 7, Poon. Now, this young lady's a bit of an excitement machine. Hirschfeld moves it on. Kwong moves it on in the team. Number 11, Chong Ka Yan. Also, fantastic runner of the ball. Hong Kong playing with some genuine confidence here at the moment. Look at them, and they break through from Melody Yan. Or Melody Lee, I should say. Oh, breaking away. Well, they've shown some real skills. There's Olsen-Thorne, number 1 for Hong Kong. She takes it into the conflict area, or the contact area. Loses it forward. That's some early enthusiasm from the Hong Kong side. Plenty of ball movement, unfortunately, as referee Zhu blows time off. There is a Sri Lankan player injured down in the background. And looks very, very sore indeed. Placement player comes on, and that doesn't look too good at all. And she's looking very, very sore indeed. Brought out the plank. And the medical team swing into action. So that's always one of the reassuring things about these very well run and organised Asia rugby tournaments. The medical teams that they do have on standby are absolutely crack units. And there's no stone unturned when it comes to the welfare of the players. It's absolutely paramount as we take a look, and it looks like a body clash there. Players shoulder getting caught in the contact. It's probably a dislocation by the look of things. Very, very, very painful affair, and such a shame to come all the way from Sri Lanka for about 30 seconds worth of play. It's a contact sport though, and things like this do happen. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. Thankfully though, this is not the 1970s, where a sponge and a bit of water would have been tipped on. Sri Lanka now from the scrum, they get the ball rolling. Do have the remarkable pace, but look at that big, strong defence by Natasha Olsen-Thorne. And she's almost looking to run around Olsen-Thorne and pick them off wherever she can get a hold of them. Drives in there, makes life unbearable for Sri Lanka again, and generates a turnover. Tap and go. Olsen-Thorne only knows one way, and usually it ends with a try line. Hong Kong open the scoring, 4-0. Tap and go, quick response, and that is one of the things that signifies the Hong Kong game. very, very quick in terms of the decision making. They like to play the game at a very, very high tempo. And Olsen Thorne not taking even a moment to play on there. Conversion attempt is unsuccessful. The score is 5-0. Hong Kong leads Sri Lanka. 2.5 minutes gone in the opening 7. This is game 3 on the women's side of the draw. Our second tournament of 3 hosted here in Korea. A very pleasurable state so far. If the weather keeps up like this, there'll be no complaints at all. Restart goes deep and they've forced Sri Lanka down and into the corner, and they'll have to run away from their own line. It's not an ideal situation for Sri Lanka as they lose the ball only 5 metres out from their touchline. So a set play from Hong Kong has yielded an opportunity very close to the line. That's good pressing defence by Hong Kong.
Point. Set. Good study.
Well, if only it was that easy. The Sri Lankan halfback tries to sneak one in and take it out of the till. But Colleen Tursford scores for Hong Kong. Player from the Valley Club in Hong Kong, the red and black machine. And Colleen's attempted self-conversion. Well, I can tell you that there's a bit of ice making its way down to the cameraman at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, Colleen tap and go and takes the try. Hong Kong leading 10-0. There's an opportunity running on strongly for Tsing Ching Chan. And now they push wide. Tushful again. Poon waits for the ball at the back, but it's number 11, Kayan Chong. Oh, weird, she's got some enthusiasm, this girl. Melody Lee takes it. Settles it up. Poon moves it on. Just outside the hands of the fast approaching Chong. Poon takes it off to the right again. Chong tries the in and away. Tremendous amount of power for such a little lady. Great work, Hong Kong. Maintain possession. Now they fly it. Bushfold. Chan gets spot tackled. Melody Lee keeps the ball alive. Bushfold again. Olsen Thorne digs in. Great ball out by Chan. Now they're starting to find their rhythm. Hong Kong, they try and get on the outside. Oh, just a wee look up. They wouldn't be the first rugby player guilty of doing that. It won't be the last. As we take a look, and just that little hint of, oh, where are you at? Oh, we've all done it. We've all done it. There's not a rugby player watching this broadcast that can attest to have not have just taken a wee peek as they're getting set upon by a defender. There's a scrum, the feed securely taken by Sri Lanka, and they look to carry it away. And they've got to carry it the length of the park in the next 30 seconds to really stay within contention. 10 points. Floating run by Aisha. Penalty result state for Hong Kong in the dying moments of this first half. It's Hui Yan Poon. In fact, it'll be So Young Kwong. Poon now lays off to Hirschfeld, goes wide. Melody Lee finds Poon. They go to the outside for Thorne. Chong can't quite get it to hand. Doubles back, skips under the first one, lays the ball back on the inside to Poon, who seems to do more miles than a bus. As Olsen Thorne picks up and bludgeons her way down to the 22. Poon, Lee now. Chan breaks through the middle. They're swarming on it, the Hong Kong support players. Melody Lee again, goes one way, looks the other, comes back. Chong, the fend-off, lays it back. Lee beautifully off the ground. Advantage coming for Melody Lee. She won't need it. Tremendous try from Melody Lee, and justifiably so. Must have had hands on ball in that play at least 4 or 5 times. Superb work for Melody Lee, and that's a good try for Hong Kong. Well, between Poon and Melody Lee, I think they might have touched the ball at least 10 times. What a tremendous effort from Lee. The conversion attempt misses the posts, but it's Hong Kong taking an emphatic lead in this game over Sri Lanka. And of the two teams, it would appear that Hong Kong have got on the ground and settled fast. 15-0, they lead Sri Lanka at the halftime break. They're going to be very happy, I think, Hong Kong, with their opening half. As the teams take a period to recover, and when I say a period, I mean a very, very short period indeed. Ian Ruxton makes the observation. Look at this fan here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this young one here. Absolutely on fire. Has just taken up the charge right down the front. Well, that is stirring stuff. Now she's going to take it back up to the people. Beautiful work from the cameraman. Outstanding enthusiasm. Gee, I wish I had that amount of fizz myself. There we go. That's how it's done. Little sister's still on the drinks though. Been putting them away since day one. Oh, we can't see all the actions on the field today, ladies and gentlemen. Tasha Olsen-Thorne just offering a few reminders. And it looks like some changes to be made. Number 12 for Hong Kong coming into the match. Pak Yan Poon, otherwise known as Aggie Poon, aka the Gai Wu Express. Former national sprint representative for Hong Kong, crossed over to rugby some time ago, and has been one of the go-to players for Hong Kong in their program over the years. May not possess the pace that she once had. Has all the experience, and as you can see, still has a bit of toe herself, just quietly as Aggie Poon slips it into third gear and finds it behind the sticks. And we're underway. Poon, Pak Yan stirs it up for Hong Kong. Yep, the pot's on the boil. It's tremendous stuff. Talk about hot pot. Poon converts her own try. 22 points to 0. Oh, look at this. In rugby union, there is a few truths, and one of the key truths is there's no substitute for pace. Aggie Poon, when she's 100% and running freely, it is one of the better sides in Asia Women's Rugby. She is a genuine flyer. Here is the restart from Hong Kong, and they're pressing Sri Lanka. They're making life very, very difficult for Sri Lanka. There's the pressure from the defence. Causes the errors. There's a touch and tap and go from Kwong. Poon goes to the left. They threaten the line. They more than threatened it. They've scored again, Hong Kong. And points beginning to flow as the top four sides put the line in the sand. Melody Lee, second try. This one, well, a much easier effort than her first try. Conversion, not threatening the post at all, 27 points to 0. They were able to load it up down the left-hand side, and Lee, in the end, falls over the line for the 5-pointer. Earns a rest as a result. And Colleen Dershwald restarts, and it bounces awkwardly for Sri Lanka, but they've got their hands on the ball, and that's a start. Sri Lanka, they look for space. Poon shuts that gap down with some real emphasis. They look like they're going to flood the breakdown. They earn themselves another penalty.
Wait, right turn, please. Here.
A little bit of ill discipline from Sri Lanka after the call.
Right turn, right turn. Time off. Mark here.
Changes being made into the lineup.
Yeah, Marty. Wait. Yep. 9, doing 9 off. Doing 9 off.
Well, the change is being made. A little bit of late game administration with 4 minutes left. Jessica Eden looking for the options. There we have the old firm of being given a break for the day. And into the match comes number 4 for Sri Lanka, Nadika.
Time out. Okay.
Eden taps and goes. Bit of a delayed effort from Kwong. She drew the defence, but the set piece starts to come apart. Gee, that was a good hit from Sri Lanka. Outstanding tackle. Hong Kong feed it up and wide, and it did float forward. Good communication between the referee and the assistant referees. That one, upon review, went quite a way forward, didn't it?
Okay, crouch. Bind. Set. White, steady.
Nadika clears a little bit of room off the ball.
Ready?
Short arm restart for Sri Lanka, so they can get away to a bit of a flyer here. They'll be looking for some space. They do have this terrorising pace when they get going. Good pick up and go from Danuja. Short side, they bring it. Taken down, looks like Eden with the ball. She looks back on the inside for support, may not need it. Could go all the way, won't go all the way, has to lay it back. First on the scene is Chong. Now, Yuen. Straight at the sticks. Hong Kong aim it. Good counter ruck, but through the middle comes number 2, So Yun Kwong, and it's a try to Hong Kong, and the pot's out there for everybody to fire into. Kwong, So Yun, try, Hong Kong, inch it forward. There's a conversion as we take a look at the slow motion replay. ready for a restart. Aggie Poon. Now, they spread it wide. Aggie Poon pushes it even wider. Yuen takes it into contact, and she is again. Yuen spreads it. Ho. They push wider. Good ball handling from Hong Kong. They're keeping the ball alive. Terrific work by Jessica Ho. What a run. They're in there contesting the ball. Sri Lanka not making it easy by any means. There's a lock, a stutter step. It's Ho that takes it up and in. And it's a try for Hong Kong. Number 8, Jessica Ho. First try of the series for the youngster. And Aggie Poon lines up a conversion attempt, 39 points to 0. There is the hooter. The conversion is good, 41-0. We'll be making that official. Look at this. Jessica Ho steps out of the tackle. Certainly comes into this Hong Kong squad with a good reputation. Jessica Ho. Looking to see this young lady assert her class on the tournament. Final score, Hong Kong defeat Sri Lanka 41 points to 0 as the Ocean Rugby 7 series